Well, colleges and universities are not always the safe havens that they are thought to be. In fact, the United States Department of Justice reports that 25% of college women will be assaulted when they're at school. In his award-winning book, Keep Your College Daughter Safe, Richard Hart covers virtually every aspect of how young women can avoid becoming victims of assault as well as other violent crimes. And Richard joins us this morning with more information. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Nikki. Thanks for having me here today.
I am so glad you're here because, you know, it's a tough topic, but it's a real topic, and it's
Yes.
something we really do need to address. And I want to mention to our viewers first that you were with the San Mateo, California Police Department for years. And, you know, I know that obviously probably helped with some inspiration to write this book. Tell me a little bit about that.
You know, oddly enough, one of the first questions people ask me, Nikki, why did you write the book?
Right,
You don't have a
right.
daughter, you don't have any incidents, and the interesting thing about it is that about a decade ago, there were a couple young women picked up, actually kidnapped on a Lover's Lane type of location near Los
gosh.
Angeles. Good news is, happy ending to the story, both were returned safely to their families.
Okay.
About 3 years after that, a model hopeful out of Santa Monica went out on a photo shoot, ended up raped and killed. And I thought, you know, I could have potentially done something that would have the potential of making a difference in that situation. Now, a lot of us, we watch the news or we watch things on TV,
Sure.
and we say, what can we do about this?
Right,
and
we feel helpless.
Right, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden, 25,000 teddy bears end up in a city because that's what people are trying to do.
Yeah.
But I knew because of my training and my background that I would be in a position that I could actually write something that young women would read, and that's what I ended up creating.
And coming from a professional standpoint as well, not only personal feelings about it,
Yes.
but also a professional way. And so many law enforcement officials and doctors are actually calling the book right now a must read. So what is it that makes this book different from others on the same subject?
The first thing that you see is a lot of topics, or a lot of books that cover this topic are academic in nature.
Okay, true.
So you'll have books that are 350 pages.
Right.
No 15-year-old girl or 20-year-old girl is going to
Exactly.
read a 350-page
It's too
book.
overwhelming.
Right. And a lot of those are actually built to scare people. They have stories in them and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
What I designed was basically a two-part book. The first part covers things like statistics and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
But the second half, and even the first chapter, it says right at the top, if you don't like to read, go straight to chapter 8.
I like how you think ahead for people.
Yeah,
That's
and so
smart.
the second half of the book is entirely tips. What do you do when you're traveling? What do you do when you're away at school? What do you do when you're driving? So it's a tips book.
This is so great, and especially with school right around the corner.
Absolutely.
And all the kids here at UNM. And, you know, you mentioned just now the first part is statistics. So I want to just tell our viewers another frightening statistic. 4 out of 5 assault victims know their assailant. And a few of the messages in the book are related to that. I mean, that really is frightening, but it's the truth. So
Yes.
what are some of these?
Well, and a big part of that, Nikki, that doesn't get mentioned is in the college environment, 90 to 95% of these assaults
Yeah.
are known assailant assaults.
Oh my gosh.
So the numbers go through the roof. See, colleges have done everything they can to make the campus safe.
Right, right.
They have the call boxes. They have all these different mechanisms in place so that predators don't enter the campus environment.
So these are people that are already there.
Already known. People at the bar, people that people see every single week in the same location, but they don't know them. And that's where the majority of these assaults are coming from.
Gosh, I'm really interested in reading this because I really want to see some of the tips you offer, because I would imagine as kids are going through their day and they meet people, you know, you don't know what to be on the lookout for. So
Right.
obviously the book will suggest some ways to be a little more aware, and you actually have an easy formula, I understand, that's going to help women remember what to do. What's the
Yes.
formula?
I just call it my SAFE formula.
Okay, that's easy
SAFE.
enough.
And really the S stands for safeguard. Safeguard your information.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that something as simple as this Bluetooth item that we all use can be eavesdropped on a CB radio. Portable phones, not landlines, but portable phones can be eavesdropped on.
Whoa.
Something as simple as a phone bill. Somebody just throws that in their garbage. Well, there's vital information on phone bills. You can find out where somebody's hometown is, who their parents are, when they're normally home making calls, when they're not.
Never even think about
No,
these
you
things.
don't.
Oh my gosh.
So the A of SAFE, the A stands for awareness. Awareness of who's around you, what's going on in your environment, all that kind of thing. A lot of people aren't paying attention when they're in parking lots. So
We're
the
so
awareness-
distracted. I mean, that's the thing, Richard. Nowadays
Yes.
with our phones and we're looking at Facebook while we're walking, I'm guilty of it. So, you know,
Yes.
we all do that. We get so distracted. So awareness has really become a problem for a
It's
lot of
huge,
us.
yes,
So I'm glad
huge.
you said that. And what
Yeah.
about the F?
The F is fluctuate. Fluctuate your schedule. You don't want to be running every Thursday morning between 8:30 and 9:15 on the same path.
Good point.
So just do things a little bit differently, a little bit of change up. And this isn't just about sexual assault, it's about any type of
Sure.
perpetration of crime. If somebody knows you're gone from your house every Thursday morning at a certain time,
Right.
that gives them the opportunity to come in.
It's really, really good tip.
Yeah.
And the E?
The E is exercise. Exercise, every woman has a right to exercise her right to say no.
Yeah.
No, I don't want this date to continue. No, I'm not interested in having sex.
Yep.
Exercise your right to say no.
And I think people get so scared. Sometimes they get so intimidated, but it's just not worth your safety. It's just not. So I think this is just fantastic advice. And I know a lot of our viewers watching now are going to want to pick up the book. How can they do that?
Anywhere, Amazon, bookstores, etc. Can be picked up just about anywhere.
Fantastic. And of course, all the details also on your screen right now. Richard, thank you so much. I hope we've protected some people just by giving them this information to become more aware.
Thank you,
Thank you
Nikki.
so much.